Hey everybody, welcome to Band Advice TV. I'm your host Mark Allen V, and today we're going to talk about 5 things you may or may not know about copyrights. Number 1, the name says it all. The word copyright is exactly what it sounds like. It's your rights to make copies. More specifically, the exclusive legal right given to an originator or an assignee to reproduce literary, artistic, or musical material and to authorize others to do the same. So what are means of reproducing musical material? Well, it all started with sheet music, of course. That's how music was bought and sold back in the day. A lot of these copyright laws were put in place to prevent the illegal printing and publishing of sheet music. As technology advanced, it grew to also include sound recordings. So vinyl records, 8-tracks, cassettes, CDs, digital downloads, those all are means of reproducing a song, and they're protected under copyright law. Also protected under copyright law and also considered a means of reproducing it is public performances. So when a song is played on the radio, you're reproducing it. When it's played on the jukebox, it's reproducing it. When the DJ spins it, it's reproducing it. Also, when it's played live, it's reproducing it. So technically, when you have a song that's got copyright protection, you're really the only one that's allowed to play it, and anybody else that wants to play it should really get your permission via licensing. And we'll go into the whole licensing thing in some future videos. Number 2, your song may already have copyright protection. What? I didn't send in the Form PA and my $35 and 2 CDs at the Library of Congress. How can I already have the copyrights? It's because under the Copyright Act of 1972, it basically said that the moment you put pen to paper, that moment that you record it on your iPhone, the moment that it is out there for people to hear, you have the copyrights for the song. The caveat to that is, if you want to litigate against somebody that is violating your copyrights, you have to have the song registered. So that's why you have to fill out the form and mail it in. Number 3, there's 2 types of copyrights that we're concerned about in regards to our music. The first one, you fill out Form PA. The second one, you fill out Form SR. Form PA stands for Performing Arts. That's the song itself. That's your lyrics, that's your melody. That is the composition itself. Form SR stands for Sound Recording. That is the recording itself. That's what prevents people from pirating the CD. And it also encompasses the actual sounds on it so people can't sample it and things like that. Now, I know that you're probably going, oh gosh, now that means I got to fill out 2 different copyright forms and pay 2 different registration fees. Not necessarily. If you own the sound recording, if you're the guy that paid for it to the recording itself, and if you own the song itself, you can fill out Form SR and have it include protection over the lyrics and the music as well. Now, where it gets a little more complicated is when you're trying to do group or collections and copyright all those things, and then you have different people doing different stuff. Then a lot of times you got to break it down to the individual, the song and the sound recording. But if it's just you doing it all, one Form SR will cover it all. Number 4, don't be surprised if we see the length of the copyright term being extended in the next couple of years. Last time it was in 1998 with the Copyright Term Extension Act, also known as the Sonny Bono Act. And what that did is it said that copyrights are good for the life of the author plus 70 years, or if it's in a case of a work for hire or corporate-owned copyright, it's going to be 120 years from the point of creation or 95 years from the point of publication. Now that act also threw a 30-year lifeline to a lot of copyrights that were about to expire. Here's the deal, though. At 30 years is up. As of January 1, 2019, a lot of that stuff is starting to fall into the public domain, and each year after that, more and more is going to. Now, the reason I say don't be surprised if you see the copyright terms get extended is because in less than 3 years, a rather famous rodent is going to fall into the public domain. And I'm pretty certain that the company that Walt built isn't going to let go of their most famous mascot without a fight. Number 5, there's no such thing as a poor man's copyright. If you're of my generation, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's this whole urban legend that you could sit there and you can record your stuff on a cassette tape or a CD, you put it in a sealed envelope, mail it to yourself certified mail, and never open it. And that because it went through a government agency, the United States Post Office, and it's got the date on there, that it will hold up in the court of law as a copyright. Sorry to say, it will not. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to litigate, you have to register. So there you go. There's 5 things you may or may not have known about copyrights. Hey, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on copyrights in the coming months. So be sure to click the subscribe below and hit the bell so that you get the notifications so you don't miss out on these things. A lot of things that are currently changing, and then, like I said, we may be seeing changes in the near future. Until next time, though, I'm your host, Mark Allen V, and this is Band Advice TV. Peace.